Is Merab coming into his first ever UFC title defense injured? Merab made some very weird or interesting comments recently about this topic. I will tell you all about it in this video. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Salam alaikum to everyone.
Merab Dvalishvili was never really the smartest guy when it comes to making cool, calm and collected decisions with his words or with his actions, right? That's why he gets in trouble a lot by attacking fans and whatever, and also with his words. He comes from a place in the mountains of Georgia where no one really is famous there. You don't know how it is, you don't even watch celebrities there probably, and you have no idea how to behave and how to act smart as soon as you are in the public light. And he sometimes, I think, doesn't understand what kind of meanings or actions behind can happen after his words, by what he says, right? Because, for example, when he fought Sean O'Malley, he came out and posted a picture of his deep cut on the eyebrow like 2 weeks out from the fight and said that he's cut and this and that, but he still will fight and stuff. And Dana had nearly a heart attack over that because it's just so stupid to let your opponent know that you have that liability, right? Because that's an obvious target then for your opponent.
I think it's disgusting. I think he's disgusting.
I thought maybe he learned from that mistake. Maybe Dana's harsh comments made him learn from that, but somehow he just can't help himself. Because a couple of weeks ago, or no, last week I think, he had an interview with Michael Bisping on the Believe in Me podcast. And also, oops, that was GSP. Unfortunately, he doesn't want to hold up anymore, so I had to put him like this now. I will have to figure out something new for this wall here anyways that I want to change to make it look a little bit cooler. But back to the topic, you guys. So first, I think that was the first time he mentioned it when he did that Instagram story that Umar is in the UFC PI and he can't get into the UFC PI. And instead of just mentioning that, he said, I need to get into UFC PI for my injury. I have injuries I need to take care in UFC PI. And I was already like, you should not have said that you have to take care of injuries, even if there are short-term injuries, small little things that happen during training camp. You shouldn't have said that. And then he went to the Michael Bisping podcast and doubled down on it. And he said that he did not want to fight in January already. He wanted to fight in March. But in March, Umar can't fight because it's Ramadan in March. But instead of just saying it like that, he added to that he did not want to fight in January because he had some injuries after his last fight that he wanted to take care of, and he couldn't take care of them in that short amount of time properly, which is just something you can tell that to Michael Bisping in private, but you should not tell that on a podcast. At least, as far as I know, he did not reveal what those injuries exactly are, but I'm pretty sure if Umar wants to get to that information, he could probably somehow get to that information because Merab gets it treated at the UFC PI and whatnot. And then he had an interview with the Schmo just recently, and he mentioned it again with the injuries and because of the UFC PI and Umar. And the Schmo then asked, hey, are those injuries healed now? Because, as I said, there are injuries that can happen during training camp. You just have a little bit pain somewhere and it can get healed by the UFC PI in a couple of days with some nice treatments, or I don't know, you get a little injection, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Because of a picogram.
And Merab then answered the question by not really answering it, but still, if you're not stupid, you know that he gave an answer by not giving an answer, because he said, I will show you the clip in a second, something about he will not talk about that right now before the fight, he will talk about that after a fight or something, and he's ready or whatever. Listen.
No more injuries, or you still have some lingering injuries heading into this thing?
I'm gonna fight first, and I'm gonna talk about after. You know, it's all good. I'm good, ready to go.
So by saying that, he basically says that he is still dealing with those injuries, and he will then address that after the fight, whether he loses or wins. And of course, after the fight, you can address that. I did a video about that, by the way, as well. Check it out, about excuses in the UFC. But after a fight, you can address that. That's okay. But don't address it before the fight. Because if it's his knee, if it's his elbow, whatever, and Umar finds that out, which is, as I said, not too far-fetched that Umar can get to that information, that can be pretty significant. If I know your knee is damaged, I'm gonna oblique kick you into oblivion. I'm gonna kick that knee all day long. If I know your elbow is injured, I'm gonna body kick you the whole time, because you can either take it to the body or you can block it and then it hits your arm the whole time. And if your elbow is injured, you're gonna be in a lot of pain and you can't really punch anymore after a few kicks. So just keep that for yourself, bro. No one needs to know that. Come on, Merab. But yeah, I do believe, look, Merab is a freaking machine. I would not be surprised if the injuries do not affect him during the fight, because he just is a maniac. But he definitely could need some PR training, some training on how to behave, how to talk smart. As I said, PR training, that would definitely be great for Merab, because I think he's a very nice human being. He wears his heart on his sleeve, which is something that you love for a friend. If he is a friend of yours, that he wears his heart on his sleeve. But it can be to your detriment as well when you are in the public light. What is your opinion about that whole thing? Do you think Merab is stupid by putting those injuries out there? Do you think he should put them out there? Maybe he's just trying to get into Umar's head and try to make it look like it will be an easy fight for Umar, whatever. Write it in the comments, you guys. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate that. Make sure to check out my merch, bloodshop.net, the link is in the bio. Freshest MMA merch in the industry. I guarantee you that. Check it out. We're about free shipping with the code FREE. Stay bloody, and until the next one, bye-bye. Bloodsport out.